Carlotta Bacon, and my thematic unit is called Watch Me Grow. My unit is a unit that focuses on health and independence, teaching children about eating right, exercising, and also growing more independence. Since they are kindergartners, I think that's a very important lesson. Now, my lesson, Watch Me Grow, will be introduced in PE class. So that's where the children will learn about a program called Play 60. It's a program run by the NFL that encourages children to exercise 60 minutes a day and to eat healthy and exercise. So I will bring that into the classroom, but I will also incorporate independence within my lesson. So the lesson will use a lot of math skills, and it will be based on science as far as the health portion. My unit will have different lessons within it. Like I said before, one of the lessons may be focusing on eating healthy. So the children decide on what is healthy and what is not healthy. Another lesson may be focused on growing, how our bodies grow, what our bodies do. And another one may be independence. So focusing on teaching children to do things for themselves, to hide their own shoes, to brush their own teeth, to get dressed in the morning, different things like that. So that is my everything is based upon that. I decided to do a math theme board, and then for my math I did a math folder game, and for science I also did a science folder game. So we will start out with my math board. In the math board, we will start out with the calendar portion. And in the calendar portion, we have the months of the year, which of course lists the month of the year. And as the children will look up here, it's also a birthday month. So we will look, and it will show who has birthdays in certain months. And this will introduce the children to a picture graph. Now, with the months of the year, we also have the tally marks. Every day we will come up that we've been in school, and we'll put a tally mark on the board. This will teach the children how to record tallies and also how to count by fives. Every day we'll put a straw into the cup that we've been in school. Now once we get 5 in the ones cup, once we get 10 in the ones cup, we move into the tens and then to the hundreds. So this will teach base ones, tens, and hundreds. Additionally, we will teach subtraction by looking at how many days we have been in school. Now we will use paper clips to do that, and we will take one off for how many days we have left of school, and we'll take one off for every day left of school. This will teach the children subtraction, and the paper clips are black and white, and it teaches patterns. When the children come up for calendar time, they will have to go over the days of the week. And if you look at the dates, it's patterns. The patterns and the odd numbers are green, and the even numbers have a pattern background on the design. So the children will come up and discuss the patterns, and they will also discuss even and odd days. And with that, they will also have to talk about tense, past tense, present tense, the future. So we'll look at our days of the week. I put up picture models for the children to see the days of the week. Saturday and Sunday have a different picture from Monday through Friday, so the children can know this is when we're in school. So when they come up here, they will also have to tell us what yesterday was, today is, and tomorrow will be. This will all be done in calendar time. Then we'll move over to the bulletin board. Half of my bulletin board will change according to whatever lesson we're teaching, but pretty much the weather portion will stay the same. Every day the children will come up and we will discuss the weather. When we discuss the weather, we will have a thermometer. We'll have a thermometer that will be outside for a little while. We'll bring it back into the classroom, and the children will have to read and record the temperature. When they're recording the temperature, we have a temperature guide that lists the hot, warm, cool, and cold, and it's color coordinated. So if it's a cold day, which is 30 degrees or less, the children will color using a green marker. And if it's a hot day, then they will use a red marker or an orange marker to record it. And again, this will teach them how to report on a graph and how to look and read a graph. They can look and see how many days when it was hot or when it was cold, looking at the graph. And we also have a weather graph, which is pretty much done the same way. So they come in and they color in for each day in school what the weather was like. This is using a picture graph made into a bar graph. Now, as I said before, this portion of my bulletin board will change. This portion will coincide with whatever lesson we're teaching that week. So if we're teaching about healthy foods, and we may teach greater and less than, they will have to come put a symbol as to greater and less. We'll take pictures of them, we'll put them on healthy food or junk food, and we'll try to make the healthy food greater than the junk food. Also, we may be talking about independence. If we're talking about independence, we have a picture graph here, and we have some pictures. The children will come up and they will say who can tie their own shoes, brush their teeth, get dressed, take a bath, brush their hair. And they will come up and mark. And also, we will use a picture graph, and then we'll look at how many children can do these items. And we may bring this back a couple of times in the month to see if it changes. If anybody that could not tie their shoe, now they can tie their shoe. And then we have the sports, which is in line with our sports theme, the exercise. We ask the children, what is your favorite way to exercise? Some may say baseball, basketball, football, or we may ask the children another day, what is their favorite sport to watch? So this is also, the children will bring up a sticker, and we'll put a sticker next to whatever their favorite activity is or their favorite sport, and we'll record it that way. We'll also discuss time. We will use an analog clock, and we will set the time to the hour and the half hour to begin with. And then we will have these posters to help us discuss the time. And this is a poster about time facts. So we will go over the times with the children. We will do the time every day with the children. Later on in my lesson, the portion that deals with our body, the children are going to draw an outline of themselves on butcher paper, cut it out, and label it. When we do that, they're going to be estimating beforehand who do they think is the tallest person in the classroom or the tallest child in the classroom. So that's when we will incorporate measuring. Now, measuring will be done about once a week because the children will record in their journal to see if anybody has gotten taller or shorter. Now, as far as my folder games go, for my math folder game, I created a game called Peas and Carrots. Peas and Carrots, I've used this one to keep up with the healthy eating part of the lesson. So with this game, it is called Peas and Carrots, Roll, Write, and Add. So I created a folder, and the folder explains how the game is played, and it also has visual cues as well as written directions for the children. So they will read how to play the game, and all of the material they need will be sitting at their math station. In addition to these materials, they will have pencil, paper, a pencil sharpener, and scratch paper to work at the station with. And also on the back of the folder game, we have the teaks what are covered. And this game, like I said, is peas and carrots, so we're focusing on eating healthy. For my science folder, I based it on the theme, Watch Me Grow. So as the Watch Me Grow aspect, we're going to be learning about our body and our 5 senses. We're going to be learning about what we do and how we see, smell, hear, taste, and touch. So the children will have a lesson prior to, and every day they will learn about one of their senses. We'll read a book, and we'll do an activity, and then the children later on, to reinforce it, they will have this folder game where they have to take the card out and match it under what sense it goes with. And lastly, I made a binder for myself about my thematic unit. Now, this binder, if we open it up, it starts out with just what the thematic unit is, what we were covering, what it's going to talk about, the different teaks that it is, and what the children are expected to learn. And also within this binder, I have the math calendar, and it tells what they're going to learn, what they do at each activity, and the materials that are needed to set the board up. And it does the same thing for the math and science folders. It explains what they do, what you need to make them with, what you need to complete it. If you need any forms or any kind of paperwork, it's also listed in here. And that is my thematic unit. Thank you.